I worked in after-school care programs. I babysat, nannied to get through college, and eventually got my teaching credential. And I just went, this is what I'm meant to do. Getting your hands dirty, getting involved, getting on the floor with the kids, taking my shoes off, getting comfortable and showing them, really modeling for them that you never have to stop learning, modeling that behavior that I love to read, that I love to learn, I love doing math, and they feed off of that. Hands-on projects, I love to do anything where we're actually doing. I think kids really learn by doing, and people learn by doing. And representing it visually and auditorily, but also kinesthetically, and just getting our hands in there and making the learning memorable. Some kids get really down on themselves and they make a mistake and I've messed up and I can't come back from this, and you can kind of lose them once they start going down that path, and to almost celebrate our mistakes. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. We get to now try this in a different way, and guess what? Your brain just grew. You just learned something, and you're making connections because it's about perseverance and effort and learning, and it's okay. It's okay to make mistakes, and so that is number one. And then making it engaging and interesting, and allowing kids to have choices in their learning and feel like they're really part of that process, and that they can make those choices for themselves, and that they can be invested in their learning. Upper elementary, so I would say 8 to 11 years old, that kind of 2nd through 5th grade age level. And I just love that they are really forming their personalities at that point. They're really getting to know themselves and forming their own opinions about the world around them, and I get to foster that, facilitate that. And the type of curriculum we get to teach, I think, is so relevant and pertinent to their everyday lives. I always think like 4th grade math, if you can master 4th grade math, you can kind of get away with the rest of your life by knowing, multiplication and division, and also the social emotional pieces, and learning to work together as a team and collaborate, and how do we disagree with each other, and how do we then come to a compromise and finish this project. And they're really funny. They've got great sense of humor, and we can have a back and forth. You can really have a conversation. And we always say in the younger grades, they're really learning to read, and in the upper grades, they're really reading to learn. And I just love that aspect of research and finding information and being curious about something. They know what they like. They have an idea of their hobbies and things that they enjoy. They generally have a pretty good sense of self, and so for me to help bring that out in them is really exciting. I would say that I actually appreciate when a child comes in and says, I hate math, or I hate coming to school, I don't want to be here. And for me, that's like a challenge, and I'll go, okay, I felt that way too, when I was a kid, math was really hard for me and I had to work really hard, but you know what, I'm gonna do whatever I can to make sure that you have a positive experience in this school year, and to engage them and give them lessons that spark their curiosity, so that by the end of the year, they're like, math is their favorite subject. And really my ultimate goal is for kids to get up in the morning, Mom, Dad, come on, we gotta go, I gotta get to school. I want to go be at school. I love, learning, and I love being at school. I think that we're onto something here that is so special and really groundbreaking that I haven't seen another school out there that's like this. And it's amazing to me because there is so much need out there. And I've had students that would benefit from an environment like this. I'm very used to being in the classroom by myself, you know, and there's a lot of various needs, and sometimes when you have a larger class size, it's really hard to get to everybody, and particularly when there's a behavior issue that comes up, you really can't stop what you're doing, take the kid off to the side, have a 5-minute conversation and come back. You know, the kids are crazy. And so to have that support in the classroom is, you know, another reason why I'm here. I think that's the right way to do it. Preventive measures is really what I'm looking for, you know, that they're learning as they're out on the yard, that they're learning just as much out there as they are in the classroom. I mean, that's real life, you know, and things that you have to deal with as an adult, right? You have to work with people, and you have to learn how to get your way, and also how to compromise, and how to listen to other people, and that's all the learning that they're doing out there. It's really coming into action, you know, and to have you know, professionals who know what they're doing out there working with the kids, and role playing, or, you know, intervening where necessary, I think will prevent a lot of the behavior issues that often then come into the classroom after lunch, and you're stuck dealing with that for the next, you know, hour, instead of really getting to the work. And so to be able to deal with it right away too, like that, it really helps kids understand. You know, we're not dealing with it after the fact, hours later, days later. They get to jump in and you know, help the kids in the moment. And I think, whew, that is so exciting.